In this presentation, you are going to learn about Russian-Ukrainian Friendship Treaty. Let's start. The Russian-Ukrainian Friendship Treaty was a treaty on friendship, cooperation, and partnership between the Ukraine and the Russian Federation. The treaty was signed to bring peace, prosperity, and stability in the region. The treaty was signed on 31st May 1997 by the second President of Ukraine, Leonid Kuchma, and the first President of Russia, Boris Yeltsin. The treaty entered into force on 1st April 1999. Official languages. The treaty has two official languages, Ukrainian and Russian. Let's move on. Objectives. One of the important obligations set by the treaty was Article 2, which observed that the parties shall honor each other's territorial integrity and shall acknowledge the inviolability of the borders existing between them. Article 3 further clarified that the parties shall structure their relations on the principles of sovereign equality, territorial integrity, inviolability of borders. There were other provisions in the treaty concerned cooperation in different spheres, including military, disarmament, economy and trade, protection of investment, transportation, and education and science. The treaty also ensured the protection of national minorities and their right of ethnic, cultural, linguistic, and religious identity, and provided national treatment to citizens of the other state. Termination of treaty. The treaty was concluded for 10 years but provided for the possibility to be renewed automatically for successive 10-year period if neither party intended to terminate the treaty. If any party did intend to terminate the treaty, it had to notify the other party at least 6 months before the expiry of the current 10-year period. In 2008, the treaty was automatically renewed for another 10 years. On September 2018, the President Poroshenko initiated the process of the treaty termination before another 10-year renewal. On 21st September 2018, the Ukrainian Ministry of Foreign Affairs notified the Russian Federation about the intention not to renew the treaty. On 6 December 2018, the Parliament of Ukraine adopted law for terminating the treaty with 277 votes in support and 20 opposing. And that's how the treaty was terminated. Ukrainian view on termination of treaty. The reason for termination includes the military aggression of the Russian Federation, which according to the law is against the object and purpose of the treaty and also constitutes a material breach of the treaty. Let's see what was the Russian view on termination of treaty. The Kremlin press secretary criticized the Ukrainian move towards the termination of the treaty, calling it shooting yourself in the foot. The Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs responded by denying the violation of the treaty and declared readiness to hold negotiations to update the bilateral legal framework, which may admittedly have become somewhat outdated. The Russian Federation also accused Ukraine in violation of a number of provisions of the treaty, including Article 6 of the treaty prescribing the parties not to enter into any agreements with any countries directed against the other party, and Article 12 of the treaty ensuring the protection of the ethnic, cultural, linguistic, and religious identity of national minorities on their territory, and promoting the creation of equal opportunities and conditions for the study of the Russian language in Ukraine. According to the Russian Foreign Ministry, these provisions were violated by the Ukraine's ratification of the Memorandum of Understanding between Ukraine and the Alliance on Host Nation Support for NATO Operations, amending Ukraine's military doctrine to proclaim the strategic goal of joining NATO and adopting a number of laws waging a consistent offensive against the Russian language and the rights of Russian speakers in Ukraine, including the law on language quotas for television and the law amending Ukrainian legislation to restrict the entry of anti-Ukrainian foreign print products. NaRvi Academy hopes that Ukraine and Russia will find out a peaceful way to resolve the issues between them that can bring peace, prosperity, and stability to the region again. That's it for now. We will come back with a different topic. Till then, keep watching NaRvi Academy.